Gemini, welcome, welcome in. So I want to take a look at the current energies coming in for you or around you, past, present, future energies, any challenges, and the outcome of these current energies that are around you. Gemini, welcome in. My name is Letty. If you are returning, hey, welcome back. If you are new, hi, nice to meet you. If you find that you're resonating with my energy that's emitting from this page, I would like to invite you. Feel free to subscribe, like, share, comment. If you do choose to subscribe, I do want you to consider hitting the bell so that you would be notified in the case that I go live or if I post another piece of content, you'll be notified, okay? With that being said, Gemini, let's get started. And if you are in one of the cool regions, consider yourself lucky because it is hot today. It's 108 here. It's hot. It's too hot. So for Gemini, past energies, I'm going to go ahead and jump in for you, Gemini. Let's see. Current energies. Current energies for Gemini. Future energies. Okay, and then any challenges. And the outcome for Gemini. All right. So with the Three of Swords, I feel like there could have been something in the past that's coming up right now that could possibly have been disappointing, right? Something that was probably did not meet your expectation, didn't feel good. It didn't turn out good. But we'll jump into that with more detail. Currently, you are in the Page of Pentacles. There could be something that you are contemplating as she's sitting here looking out the window, contemplating, creating, contemplating, jumping into, learning, right? The Page of Pentacles does talk about this beginning energy, like starting off at an apprentice level, learning something, gaining new skills of some kind. In the future, we have the Tower. Now, the Tower is interesting. The Tower talks about, in many ways, a new foundation being built, right? It talks about having old foundations torn down. Those foundations could be in the physical. It could be something mental. It could be something spiritual, right? It could be a connection. It could be a source of something, right? And so there could be a change, a major change coming in the future for you. We'll find out more information about that. The challenge right now is the Nine of Cups, okay? And so the challenge may be around not realizing like all of the abundance that you have at your possession right now, in your possession right now. And it could be around support. It could be looking around and realizing like you don't really have a need for anything. All of your needs are met. You're stable, things are good. And there may be, the challenge could be not realizing that. I don't know. We'll look into that. But the outcome is the Nine of Wands. And I feel like the Nine of Wands talks about some level of inspiration that will be coming in, some level of encouragement to do something. But let's find out here what we're talking about in terms of this energy that's showing up for you, Gemini, okay? Starting with the past. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out more cards just to clarify some of these energies and get more information for you, so that we can delve into your reading, okay? All right, Gemini. Now, just to get started, we're going to start off with the past, where we saw the Three of Swords. And so I feel like in the past, there was something that possibly was not favorable. It wasn't ideal. It wasn't something that would have transpired the way that it was something that transpired in the way that you would not have desired, is what I was trying to say. And this could have brought in an opportunity for some healing, right? It could have brought in an opportunity to possibly be led in other ways to see other areas, right? Whatever this was that you were working towards manifesting, I get the energy with the Magician, the Hierophant, and the Five of Cups. That this was something that had to be left behind. It may have been difficult to do that, but it was something that you were possibly desiring, working towards. I almost feel like there was a level of coaching in some type of way, or there may have been a mentor or something that was involved here with this higher learning, or something to do with institutions and possible prosperity, material wealth, right? I get those energies around this past energy. But overall, I feel like there is a level of frustration around this. It was possibly something that was left behind. Whatever this intention or this manifestation was, it was left behind. Now, the current energy that you're sitting in, I feel like, is the Page of Pentacles. And it actually is right where you left off. It's still being in receptive energy to learn something, to open up, to invite in, gaining new skills of some kind. This is the Six of Wands clarified, the Queen of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, right? It's clarifying the Page of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles, and then the Six of Pentacles. And I feel like these are possible ideas that you've held on to. You haven't released them. They're still very close to your heart. I get the sense that this is something that is near and dear. This is something that means a lot. Whatever that was in the past that didn't quite pan out the way that you had planned, right? These are preserved ideas that are still lying within you, ready to be implemented, ready to be actually pursued as well. Whatever this is, I don't feel like you're currently taking action on it. I feel like it's sitting idle within you. And this is something that, with the Six of Inspiration and the Queen of Cups, this is big. That's big time fulfillment. This is something that you get lots of fulfillment from, something that you're passionate and driven towards. Something that actually makes you feel good, almost like I'm seeing somebody kind of like floating on cloud nine. So whatever this is, there's a sense of entitlement, right, that you feel towards this, or that you should feel towards this, because it feels like it's rightfully yours. And with the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, right, this could definitely be something that could bring in stability for you. I feel like this does have to do with material success, material wealth, and true prosperity, right? Not just about being able to bring in money, but this is like you feeling successful. And we all carry our own definitions of success, right? You may very well have ideas about what that looks like for you, but this is something that you've hidden in your heart, or it's something that you're not currently moving towards. Now, in the future, I do see a tower. Okay, now let me just tell you, the tower brings in you know, energy to, it's purposeful, right? Sometimes the towers come in kind of like a wrecking ball to tear things down, but it's so that new things can be built. Sometimes the tower comes in, it's not always a bad energy, it could be a good energy. It's the energy of surprise, it's the energy of having something happen outside of your control. This shows in the future, and I feel like this is spirit coming in on your behalf to kind of shake things up or loosen, you know, whatever boundaries are in place. I feel like boundaries sometimes can serve as protective mechanisms. In this case, I feel like that's kind of what I'm feeling with this, and the tower is coming in to tear that down so that action can be taken. This is the assistance coming in, and spirit is allowing you an opportunity to release control with the Six of Wands, or the Seven of Wands, excuse me. Talks about those boundaries. We have the Four of Voices, this very kickback, nonchalant energy, and then we also have the Three of Inspiration. And so there is a mixture of things happening here. There is those boundaries being peeled back in some area of this energy here that's not being acted upon. And then there's this energy of being really kicked back and just nonchalant. But then there's the Three of Inspiration, which is the very opposite. I feel like that's why the tower is coming in. It's coming in to break loose out of this state, right? So that the Three of Wands can move forward. The Three of Wands talks about expansion, right? It's talking about pursuit, right? I do feel like there is a lot that's already there may be like a foundation that was built at one point. This may in fact be something that the tower is renewing as well, so that forward movement can be secured, right? And so this is a level of assistance coming in to kind of shake things up. Something's going to happen in the future to shake things up, to re-inspire the passions within you, Gemini. I really do feel like that's what this tower is about. And I can't help but look at this picture, the Horse King. And on this picture, we have a picture of the horse. Every time I see this, this reminds me of that movie, The Black Stallion. That movie is all about this horse. If you ever saw that movie, that's beautiful, gorgeous, and it's a black horse, and it has this long flowy hair, and it's wild. And the amazing thing about this is this just big giant steed, this big giant horse with all of this horsepower and all of this beauty, but it's wild, right? And so it has all of these beautiful, fascinating attributes about it, but that's not really being utilized. It's not really connecting to the reason for these different things that were given to this horse. And so the whole movie is about that. It's about capturing the horse so that you know, it can be trained, or that power, that horsepower can be brought under you know, a sense of direction, right? Because power without direction is really, it's not really power, right? It's like this wild, almost like the tower energy, this wild, uncontrollable energy, right? And so it's all about bringing this power under a level of instruction so that it can be utilized, and so that it can be focused, and so that it can be channeled for what it was meant for. And I feel like that's the energy that the tower is bringing in for you, Gemini, and it's going to actually work for you. Now, in the challenge, we have the 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups talks about being in a position of contentment. The 9 of Cups also talks about this wish fulfillment energy, okay? The interesting thing about the 9 of Cups is it's almost like you already have everything that you need. There's nothing that you need. The only thing that's needed is for you to realize that you already have everything that you need, and all you have to do is utilize it, right? And if there is anything that you need, because it's the card that's considered the wish fulfillment, you can have that. All you have to do is ask or call it in. Now, amazingly so, it was clarified with the Star, which is also another wish fulfillment card. So it's almost like that energy is doubled. And then we also have the High Priestess as well, which talks about a deeper level of connection, of seeing things beyond the seen. And I feel like this is the challenge, because there are many things that you don't see right now, Gemini. There's many things that you're not seeing about where you are right now. Not only that, I feel like there's things that have been placed around you. There's synchronicities and messages coming in for you that for some reason it's not connecting. You're not getting it, right? There's not that connection being made. I feel like Spirit could be giving you signs and synchronicities, and there's like a higher level of communication available, but it's not connecting. And so that's the challenge. This divine connection is not, it's not connecting, it's not synchronized for some reason. And so when we go into the outcome, we end up with the Knight of Wands, which is good. The Knight of Wands says that there is the ending up in a place where we are motivated. There's a transformation that could possibly bring us to this place where we're intuitive, right? And we're inviting in the information needed. We're inspired, right? We're ripe for the picking. And it was clarified with the Wheel of Fortune, divine timing, the Tower again, right? Divine intervention. And then we have the 7 of Voices that's in reverse. And so the 7 of Voices many times for me has represented this energy of strategizing and trying to kind of, you know, position things or manipulate things. And being that it came in reverse, I feel like there won't even be a need to do that. When you align yourself, or as Spirit helps you to align yourself through this transformation, through this intuitive nudging and connection and this patience that you have had, right? It's all going to fall into place. And it's almost like it's going to even come to your doorstep, right? There's not going to be anything that you need to do, Gemini, when it's all said and done. This is beautiful. I'm loving this. And so In the end, I feel like it works out for your good. And I almost feel like a higher level of purpose behind this journey that you're on, right? I don't believe anything. I had a call come in. I don't believe anything happens for no reason. There's a higher sense of purpose behind this part of your journey. Believe that, okay? And so let's find out here any additional information that Spirit wants you to know through this energy that's being revealed here today for you, Gemini. Anything else that Gemini needs to know? And the first card is community. First of all, pointing to the benefits of having a community, right? Community is a great resource, especially when you need encouragement. Those around you that kind of, you know, are like-minded like you can reach out to them for help, to lean on them, to get feedback. You know, this could be a time Spirit could be pointing to your community as a resource. It also, though, could be a time to reassess your community. Does it still align with your values and your truths and where it is that you see yourself as you're moving forward? This may also be a call for you to actually reassess your community, because that has everything to do with where you're moving forward to and whether or not you'll be successful with that. Secondly, we have growth here. And I feel this is definitely coming into play with this process. There could be some things that you're learning about yourself. There could be some things that you're learning about your triggers and things that you didn't know, that you're going to be able to kind of look back at your process and see how things have changed now that you have gained these new skills or this new knowledge that you weren't able to operate from in the past, or even be more aware of your triggers and be able to navigate self-sabotaging behaviors now that you know what your triggers are, and you would be able to work around those things. So I feel like this is definitely cultivating growth for you. It's a growing moment. We may even call them growing pains, right? Because it's not always fun, but it's always beneficial, and it always leaves us stronger, more wiser, more able to navigate larger areas, right? We're able to go further through growing. And so I feel like this is part of the energy that Spirit is pointing to, letting you know that this is in fact purposeful, right? In some type of way, developing understanding, deeper understanding around yourself. This is bringing that energy in. And then lastly, we have curiosity. And I feel like Spirit is bringing this energy in because it's pointing to your need to be curious, right? As you move forward, there will be things or doors that you'll have invitations to walk through. Spirit is saying, be curious, right? Don't assume at the jump that it's not for you, but be curious about it. When the invitation is extended, you may in fact have an invitation coming up here. Be curious about it. Allow yourself to move forward in that invitation, accept it, and consider possible new treasures that you have yet to experience. Spirit is calling you to be brave and explore, right, with this card. You may in fact be the first in your line to be able to experience certain things when you allow yourself to be curious and to explore, right? You may in fact change the course of events for those coming behind you. You know, you never know. And so there could be something that is going to open up possibilities and widen the view of where you are right now. And so Spirit wants you to dig in, and if there's anything that like stirs your curiosity, do the research around it. Find out why that's coming up, right? Don't just reject it, but be curious about it. Because there's value in being inquisitive. Sometimes it leads us to places that we never thought we'd be, just because we were curious. And sometimes it's just information that you'll gather and you'll decide, nah, that's not for me, but now I know, you know. And so, but I do feel like there's something that's coming here. There could be an invitation that immediately when hearing it, you're going to say, no, but Spirit is asking you to be inquisitive about it. Give it a little bit of, space to come in so that you can explore it. And especially if it's something that strikes up emotion, right? Don't allow your emotion to put aside something that may in fact offer an open door of opportunity. Spirit wants you to think of it instead like an opportunity to research or explore, okay? And so that's for you, Gemini. I hope that was helpful. Good energy out here overall. When it's all said and done, you will be right where you need to be to continue moving forward. This was really a time, I believe, of self-learning for you. It was a time of self-learning, which also points to that energy of curiosity, because all of this is pointing back to you. Growth, community, right? And so that's what I have for you, my Gemini friends. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Leticia. If you are new, make sure that you hit the like button, first of all. If you feel led, comment. You can share as well. But make sure you subscribe, especially if you are feeling like you're aligning with my energies. Subscribe. If you do, hit the bell so that you'll be notified the next time I post a video or content, the next time that I go live as well, okay? Thank you so much for stopping by and sitting and talking and listening and just being a part of the energetic frequency on this channel. I appreciate you all so very much, and know that I do not take it lightly, okay? Thank you. My name is Letty. Until next time, my Gemini friends, take care of yourself, and remember, be open to explore, be curious, okay? All right, bye, Gemini.